The 10 precogs. In the city of New Chicago, 2094, the rain never stopped. It fell in long silver threads over towers of glass and metal, washing away the sins of a future that refused to forget. Deep beneath the city, 10 human minds floated in luminous pods. They were the precogs, children once, now neural oracles wired into the state's greatest weapon, predictive justice. Connected through endless streams of data, they dreamed of crimes not yet committed. Dr. Lena Voss watched their readings from behind a cold pane of glass. The monitors pulsed like heartbeats. She'd built this system, believed in it. But something in her gut said the harmony was cracking. Synchronization at 98.3%, reported the facility AI. Subject 10, unstable. Lena frowned. Subject 10 was Rin, the youngest and most gifted. Her mind reached further than the others, beyond the 72-hour forecast window, into some realm no one else could see. Rin's lips moved underwater. The microphone barely caught the words, "It's not him, it's me." Lena froze. That wasn't a vision, it was a confession. Upstairs, Commander Holt leaned against a control console, jaw tight, eyes on the shifting holograms of tomorrow's crimes. A dozen projections blurred together, gunfire, blood, coordinates, names. "Sector 9, said an agent beside him. "Timestamp, 2:17 a.m. Target, Marcus Thane." Holt grunted. "Let's move." The pre-crime unit tore through the neon avenues in silent hovercrafts, chasing a murder that hadn't happened yet. They arrived at the dockside a minute early. Holt's boots hit the wet pavement just as the future flickered into the present. But no gunshot came, no killer, no body. Then his comlink buzzed. Another homicide across town. Same timestamp, same pattern. The victim, an unknown teenage girl. Hours later, the truth hit like an electric storm. "Rin," Lena whispered, staring at the data feeds. She predicted her own death. Before Holt could respond, alarms screamed through the facility. One of the pods was bleeding. Fluid turned crimson. Rin was convulsing inside it. "Shut it down," Lena shouted. The glass cracked. Water and blood spilled across the floor. Then, through the chaos, Rin opened her eyes, glowing pale silver like starlight. She took a single breath and whispered, "You are not seeing the future anymore. You are making it." They hid her in a safe house that night. The city's skyline pulsed beyond the window, each tower blinking like a giant circuit board. Holt paced the room, hand hovering near his gun. "She's dangerous." If her mind's unstable, every prediction could unravel reality. Rin sat on the bed, a thin blanket around her shoulders. Her voice trembled. "There's no single path now. Each time you act, you change the map." Lena sat beside her. "You mean every crime we stop creates another," Rin finished. "The timelines are looping. I see 1,000 deaths that never were, and one that always is." Holt's face hardened. "Whose?" Rin met his eyes. "Yours." At 3 a.m., the facility's power grid began to fail. The other 9 precogs screamed in unison, visions colliding, amplifying, fracturing. The walls shook. Monitors burst into static. Lena ran toward the main chamber. "It's predicting another event." She found Agent Keller, rifle in hand, his expression wild. "We can't control this," he growled. "We end it here." He fired at the pods. Glass exploded. The precogs awoke, not as 10, but as one. Their eyes burned white, their voices merged into a single echo that shook the air. "You wanted certainty. Now live with what it costs." Time stopped. Bullets hung motionless in midair. Rain froze mid-fall, like a million diamonds. Rin stepped through the stillness, her bare feet silent on the floor. She touched Keller's forehead gently. When the world resumed, his weapon melted to slag in his hands. At dawn, the facility was silent. 9 pods lay empty. Holt was gone. No record of his death, no proof he'd ever lived. Only a void where his timeline used to be. Lena and Rin stood outside as the rain finally broke into sunlight. "What happens now?" Lena asked softly. Rin looked east, where the city's towers caught the light. "Now," she said, "nothing is written." Above them, 10 faint streaks crossed the sky, like shooting stars or souls escaping their loops. Lena watched them fade into the dawn, unsure if she'd witnessed a miracle or the end of destiny itself. The end.